weird because everyone else around me is like doing this one thing, and that's what they're focusing on. And I'm out here like juggling things and adapting, and all of these different things that I'm learning are very important in business, and to a very large extent makes you indispensable.
Hmm.
um and so it's interesting to see how society is constructed in a way where it sort of devalues us as a person because it makes us feel like we have to fit into a mold, and then we lose ourselves in the process. And then, like, 20 years from now, we have to go through an entire rediscovery process when, like, I mean, these are values that we should be learning from like five or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, look, I tell you what, on that cliffhanger, we're gonna take a break and come back tomorrow. So wave goodbye, everyone. Bye, bye. Yeah. Hi, LinkedIn family. Welcome back. We were left on a cliffhanger yesterday, looking at Hannah and the, I think the most interesting word out of what you said to me was about the growth mindset. And interestingly, when you said about the growth mindset, you flared your nostrils, um, like like that, um, showing
Okay.
that yeah. So that was obviously a significant thing. Tell me more about growth mindset because you have it, I have it, Marissa has it, Shiri has it. Junaid will tell us after you speak.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
Hannah? Oh,
yeah.
okay. Um, well, I just think it's about continued growth as a person. And this is another thing I like to say. I feel like the moment you stop learning is because you stop paying attention to life, because life is always
Hmm.
teaching you. I mean, even if it's something you shouldn't do, it's always teaching. And so I've learned that it's so important to be aware of ourselves and the type of people we surround ourselves with, um because that can make or break you or keep you stuck, because
Yeah.
for myself, one of my biggest roadblocks or was the fact that I am working remotely and I'm from what most would consider a developing country. And
Hmm.
so that was a huge thing for me because I got my start working remotely on Upwork, which is a freelancing platform and all of that. But it also kind of keeps a lot of people from developing countries not really making a livable wage,
Mm-hmm.
and so going back to what I said earlier about getting past mindset things, and a lot of people where I'm from, think the same way I do. And so if it weren't for networking and learning about what's beyond the pond, so to speak, then I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now, where I can, I guess you can say, break the mold and that mindset of, oh, I'm from a developing country. I
Bless you,
should
Shiri.
I should be I'm worth less than other people because I'm from a developing country. That was like a big thing for me to grow past.
Absolutely. Well, the thing about that is that, and unfortunately, too many entrepreneurs price themselves as a commodity. And this is what it's saying in this book, Lynchpin, that we have been broken down to think, and you talk about people in your environment that are doing this one focused thing. And by doing that one focused thing, they can be replaced in and out with low skill levels, low job security, poor benefits, all this sort of stuff. Whereas you have acquired the knowledge to grow as a person. Marissa taught herself computer coding. I'm dyslexic, but I read 250 books and pulled them all together into one project. So, Junaid, my man
Yeah.
with the eyes, talk to us about talk to us about how you approach your mindset.
I always adjust it. I'm very self aware of my strengths and weaknesses. I understand I'm not perfect, and I try to focus on the things I'm good at. So
A quick question: How, when you say you're self-aware, in what way are you aware?
like I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm bad at. I know what I like doing. I know what I don't like doing. I know what things drain me. I know what things energize me. And I have like a belief in myself, and not a belief that's sort of damaging. Like I know what I can do, what I can accomplish, but I also know like what I can't accomplish. Like, you know, a lot of times you hear a lot of things online, right? You say, "Hey, you can be anything," but you know, then it's like, why don't you be in the NBA, right? You ask the same poster, and they'll be like, "Nah, I don't want." And it's just like there's some things you have to understand, right? That, and it's okay, right? That just because you can't be in the NBA doesn't mean you can't do something just as impactful to other people. So I'm really in tune with that. Like I say there are four types of skills. Skills you're good at that you like doing. Skills you're good at that you don't like doing. Skills you're bad at that you like doing, and skills you're bad at that you don't like doing. So I try to maximize my time so I'm doing things I'm good at that I like doing. The things you're good at that you don't like doing are burnout skills, and oftentimes people are good at it and they end up getting jobs in it, but it's super draining. Like, you know, sometimes we look at people as like, how are they working 10 to 12, 15-hour days sometimes? And it's because they're probably focusing on things they're good at that they like doing, right? And now, you know, versus if you focus on the thing you're good at that you don't like doing, you're going to be burned out really quick. And then things you're bad at that you like doing, I try to get better at. And things you're bad at that you don't like doing, I just ignore. Like, or you try to outsource.
Now, here's a question. So I don't know the answer to this. Are you dyslexic?
I'm not dyslexic. Why? Why are you asking?
Because everyone in the call today is representing an ability to see their own thinking.
Yeah.
They are stepped away from their conscious experience. And I would assert to you, and you all meet people in your daily lives, that almost everybody, they have a conscious experience of being alive, but they do not have a conscious experience of watching their consciousness.
You know where I got it? Honestly, it was just a lot of deep dive into myself, and it took years. It's not like it was a one-time thing. It was just, I read a lot. So I read a lot. I learn a lot from other people's experiences. Like, I've been reading a lot about business since I was like 16 years old. So, and I look at why people succeed. And it's not like I came to this realization myself. I read what other people wrote, and then it was like, aha. And I kept on reading what other people wrote and just gaining some experience. And then kind of, you know, look, I was good at a lot of things. Like, school came pretty easy to me. Like in the beginning when I was looking down, I actually had to do some math problems for my girlfriend because she's tutoring someone, and I had to like do the problems so she could like copy it. But she's very good. She's actually better in math than me. But, you know, those types of things, like school came easy for me. And then, you know, like for my business, not everything comes easy to everyone. And a lot of people don't seem to get that. Like for an extrovert, they can't understand an introvert because they sort of choose not to, because they believe a lot of people are like themselves. And same things with a lot of values and all that. A lot of people, like you ask, like I do a lot of polls, and regardless of what you ask, there's always a split. It doesn't matter what it is, there's always a split. And it really comes down to values, and a lot of people have trouble understanding that some people can think differently from them. Like some people, you show up 1 minute late to meeting, it's all good, and then some people, like, you're the worst person in the world, you don't value or respect. You know, some people take it differently, and a lot of it is because of
I might be too heavy for this ride. No, they account for all types of people. You're fine. I'm too heavy! Glenn! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy, Mr. Quagmire! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy, Glenn! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy! I'm too heavy!